Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing some face surgery. We're going to be cutting those cheeks, carving that nose. Our face is going to look snatched to the gods. My nose and my double chin are completely gone. I literally feel like this is face surgery. You are cutting into your face and sculpting out the shape that you want. You don't need surgery. All you need is a cream and powder contour, some brushes and sponges, and you're ready to go. Are you ready? I'm very excited for this video. I've gotten a lot of questions from friends, from family members, from subscribers about contour conundrums. It can be really difficult, especially for the nose. So I really wanted to break it down for you guys and show you how to get that flawless looking sculpted face that you can get at home. No cost. Well, a little bit of cost, but not as much as surgery. So I'm gonna show you how to get that. Before you keep going on with this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the quad family. And without further ado, we're gonna get on to this video. I already did my foundation. Everything is nice and covered up. It looks even, but the only thing is it looks a little flat. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and add dimension and depth back into my face. I'm gonna change up the shape of my nose a little bit. Before I get into contouring, I'm gonna add a bronze. I'll bronze up my face. You don't have to do this. You can actually bronze your face up later on whenever you set everything. But I just like doing this step personally. I think it makes everything kind of flow and look a lot more natural looking. So I'm gonna take this terracotta spray from Guerlain right here. I'm gonna work that right on the cheekbone. This is just going to bronze up our face, and this is gonna be the transition into the contour. So that's why I'm starting off here. You don't have to start off here. I just love the way it makes everything kind of ease into one another. It makes everything look super, super natural. Starting off right on the cheekbones. I'm gonna hit right above. Try to ignore it in between my fingers, you guys. I really tried to take that off with oil. Oil strips like tan. It just would not come off. It was actually worse than this. Can you believe that? I'm gonna get started with my cheeks first. If I gain weight, it goes to my arms and my face. So my face will get more rounded, and so that's why this part of my face is where I want to really cut it up and make it super defined. Basically fake that I have a skinnier face than I really do. So in order to do that, you are going to need something to contour with. The contour color that you want to use is something that's going to create a natural shadow. So it's going to be more on the gray tone side. Try to stay away from those orangey shades like this one that I used earlier. What this is gonna do is just give you more of a bronze look. Bronzers are meant to be used in more of a general space on your face. Contouring is more specific to one area, and you wanna be really precise with it. So the difference is you're creating a shadow, so that's why we wanna get something that's more on the gray tone side or the ashier side. So for that, I have the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. I absolutely love the contouring side of the foundation. There's a foundation on this side. I rarely use this side. I really love this side. This is the shade 2.2, just in case you guys are wondering. I just love how it's already curved. It just fits right on the hollow perfectly. Start right at the hairline, and I'm going to go straight down at an angle because I want to cut through the cheek. I want to make it look more defined. If you have kind of already a slimmer face and you're just looking for a little bit more cheek definition, you don't have to go as far down. Or if you're looking for a more youthful look, you don't want to go at an angle, you want to go at it like a curve right underneath the cheek. You want to cup it because that's going to make it look more soft and rounded. If you go at an angle like this, it's going to give you more of a defined look. Some people may think it's masculine. I like the way it looks on my face personally, and a lot of people with rounded faces usually like the way it looks. So I'm gonna go on the other side right here, starting at the very beginning of the ear and just work my way down. You gotta kind of play around with contouring and see which kind of contour style works best for your face because there are so many different styles that you can do. I'm also gonna go into the temple just so it looks more connected. So I'm gonna go through the temple like that. And I really don't feel like I have a big forehead or like it goes up very far. I don't like to focus too much there, but I do like to add just a little bit more of a shape here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I know on Instagram, a lot of us I'm gonna say us because I'm one of them. We like to show like cool shapes and stuff, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna blend it out anyways. But you do want to keep it in the area that you're going to contour. If you want a more defined jawline, go ahead and do this. If you feel like your jaw is pretty snatched already, or you're fine, you don't need to add extra makeup to that part of your face, you can skip it. But if you feel like you want more definition here at the jawline, you want to start right behind the ear, right here. If you have a double chin, go ahead and take a contour shade and just go right underneath it. And then of course you want to blend it down to your neck. So I'm going to take my stick and go straight up. So it's going to connect everything together. I don't really care for this too much, but if you want like a pouty bottom lip, you can do a line right underneath the lip. I mean, I can show you guys. So that your eyes can look a little bit more deep set on the hollows of your eyes, like so. And then for the nose, everybody has a different nose. You're gonna want different things out of your nose. Personally, I feel like my nose is small, so it doesn't need to look smaller, but I do feel like it's a little asymmetrical. So you can see it is more on this side. I have a deviated septum. So what I'm gonna do is take the brush and I'm gonna start right here at the bridge and just work my way down. It's always a little bit wider at the top and it goes in as skinny as you want it to, right at the tip. And then I'm going to work it in to the nose. So I'm basically cutting off all of this extra nose right here and forcing the eyes to really focus right on the center. I also want to shorten the tip of the nose a little bit. So what I'm going to do is bring this shade down so that it covers up the tip. But if you want it to look a little bit more turned up and rounded, you can always put a little curve here. You know what? Let's just put the curve. What the heck? Go ahead and blend this into my skin now. It's really easy to blend. You want to make sure you also blend it right into the hairline. Or you can use a beauty blender, which I have right here on hand, and you just use it very lightly so you don't remove the entire contour. I like to work my contour upwards so you don't accidentally get it down into this area. And you can either cup your cheek here. I already have very rounded, pronounced cheeks, so I like to make sure it stays at an angle, and if it doesn't, I'll bring it down like this. Blend this in with the brush first, and then start to work in the beauty blender. And with this, you just wanna push this back. Try not to get it in here. Now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just lightly pounce over the contour. So now we're gonna get into highlighting. The purpose for highlighting is to bring forward something, make it look bigger, brighter. I'm gonna use something a lot lighter because I really want it to show up on my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral. And I'm gonna go underneath my eye and create a triangle like that. Fill in this area right here. So let's just fill it in with the little tip. Doing this little triangle right here really lifts the face. This is what's gonna make your face look like you got a facelift. I'm also gonna go right on the center of the Cupid's bow and right in the middle, brighten this area up. Everything outside of this little funny looking heart should be deepened up. That's generally what everybody kind of goes for. And then everything within this little heart, you want to look highlighted and bright. So I'm gonna go ahead and also do the sides of my mouth, and this is going to help turn up your lips and make them look bigger. If you feel like your chin isn't as pronounced as you'd like it to be, then you can also add a little bit of highlight here. And then I'm gonna take my Elsie sponge, because it is very precise here. I'm just going to pounce it right on the bridge of the nose. I'm also gonna go right along the side of the nose. This is gonna help bring the sides together. And I also have the sponge that I bronze with. I'm just gonna go right on the edge of the highlight just so that everything blends together really nicely. Set everything in place. This is important because if you don't do this part, it's gonna look like a sloppy Picasso kind of mess at the end of the day. It's gonna look very scary. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Peach Perfect from Too Faced. So now that is set in place, I'm going to do the powder portion of the contouring. Ooh, I got a little bit in my mouth. Taste it. Tastes pretty good. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to do something with my eyes because I feel really naked right now. My favorite powder contour palette is the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, and we are gonna start off with the contour. So I like to contour my face with this color right in the middle. Take the NARS brush like this, and I like to work this right down the cheek, right in an angle. And you want to use a light hand so that you're able to move the product easy on your face. If you push down too hard, it's going to press the product further into your face and it's going to get really hard to blend. It'll skip and look patchy. So if you just use a very soft hand and move the product up, it'll just move like butter. And then I'm going to go into the darker shade right here. It's the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm going to focus that on the upper portion and blend this upwards. And we don't want to move this very far. It'll look a little bit more natural if you just keep the darkest shade closer to the top of the ear and then gradually work it down, but still blending upwards. And then I like to take this guy for the nose and just go over the contour we did on the nose. And this is really gonna make your nose look defined. And then I like it to get a little bit wider right around this area of the nose. Now we're gonna highlight. I know this looks really harsh. We're gonna go back and blend that out in just a little bit. But to highlight, I'm gonna take this yellow powder and just a touch of this guy, and I'm gonna go right underneath the eyes, and this is going to set everything in place and brighten it up just a bit more. Also, if you take this lighter shade and go right on the side of the nose, it's going to push the nose together so that it looks more narrow. And I'm gonna go straight down the center, this little brush right here, and I'm gonna take the darkest highlight shade in the palette, which is this one, and I'm gonna go right on top of that contour. And this kind of helps blend everything together. After this, you can go in and highlight your face. I have this one right here from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. X Heart Defensor Coffee and Cream one. I really like this one. And you can just go over the little areas of your face. Like, I actually like to take my finger and just work that on the tip and then just go right here. This is just gonna accentuate the high points of your face even more. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Also, if I've helped you out, leave me a comment below. Let me know. I love reading that. It just makes me know that I'm doing my job here on YouTube. I have some videos over there if you want to check them out. And before I let you go, I want you to know that if at first you don't succeed, fix your ponytail and try again. I read it off of Pinterest. I thought it was really cute and inspirational, so I wanted to share it with you guys. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Actually, you'll be seeing